Hello, welcome to Get Your Mind On. I'm Lori Stos. Well, the last couple weeks we've covered about letting go of your job. And today it's that third week. And congratulations. Now you're saying congratulations for what? Well, congratulations for your new position or your new role or the new company you're starting. Well, I'm sure you would have wished it would have happened in a week's time, but I'm going to help you think about that transition, that when the time comes that you do have that new opportunity, what do you have to think about in terms of transitioning? So let's say you've been able to secure a new opportunity that you were looking for after we've outlined everything we talked about last week in terms of what you're looking for, what type of environment, what type of role, how to market yourself, all of that, and it's all come together for you. And you're excited, but yet you're scared and fearful and uncertain. And what if this doesn't work out? And so you're going through a myriad of emotions right now, wondering, will this be the right thing? Am I making the right decision? That's okay. That's really okay. That's very common. We hope the excitement, of course, you should know internally if this is the right thing, and the excitement will probably, hopefully, be more than greater than the fear. But there is going to be some fear and some uncertainty as you are walking into a new environment with new people and potentially a new role. But if we've taken care of everything we did last week in terms of outlining what we're looking for, and we've been very fair and open to ourselves that everything that we're looking for aligns, there should be no concerns and no worries. So let's talk about how do you then gracefully exit from your current employer or your current role that you're in. That's really, really important to think about, because really when you think about your journey of careers, I'm sure you've seen people in workplaces leave on not so great terms because of the way they handled it. And we all know that our brand is the most important thing that we have. So we know that the employer may be surprised, they may be relieved, they may be uncertain, because guess what? This causes a gap now in their work and providing service to the customers that you've been serving. So there's going to be emotions on both sides. So you want to do all that you can to really think about how do you exit gracefully through this period of time. So first thing that's very important is communication. Communication first to your, of course, employer, making sure that they know with a letter of resignation and a conversation. Don't just send them an email. Don't just leave a letter on their desk. Schedule some time with them, a time that you know might be a good time of the day. A time that isn't probably when they're hurried and rushed and in between meetings, time that you know, if you kind of know who they are, when's probably a better time of the day to get them? Are they better early in the morning or late in the day when everybody's gone? Just kind of plan when might be a good time. Of course, that may change, but as long as you've set time to have a conversation with them. You need to make sure you also have your, I don't say story, but that's what it is. Kind of what's your story? You don't need to go into huge explanation. Most of this time when we go through this is, again, honoring ourselves and what we're looking for. So just be confident about your reasons for leaving, and that you're really looking for more opportunities to use your talents, or more opportunities to make change or make an impact in the environment or the workplace or whatever it might be. So just really take some time prior to presenting that communication to them to explain really what the reasons are you are leaving. Now, this is also the time that it's probably not best, even though you have some pent-up emotions and resentment, maybe some anger, to not go into this, everything is wrong. I'm leaving because of this, this, and this, and you didn't give me pay, and someone else makes more money than and I didn't get this, and remember when that happened? Just put that aside, okay? There's going to be times that we're going to deal with that, right? A few weeks ago, we had the whole letting go of some of those things. You just need to not worry, but really think about how you can deal with those things on your own, because we really don't want to bring them up in the workplace with your boss that you're leaving. Second thing is thinking about your peers. When you meet with your boss, have a plan in terms of how you're going to communicate this message to your peers and to your clients if you're working with clients. Again, keeping your messaging of your story consistent. Don't be talking behind people's back, saying, really why you're leaving. I mean, your best friends will know that, but really take the high road and really just keep your story consistent. Don't get too emotional on the reasons, the bad reasons anyway. And finally, the same thing with your clients. If you do have external clients that you're serving, make sure, again, you communicate with them, let them know the plan that you've made with your boss, whether that's that 2-week period of time or whatever that is that you're going to be transitioning your work. It's always important to spend time with your clients, help them understand, again, why you're leaving. And if you're passing that off to someone, if there's any way that you can, of course, have that individual with you when you talk with the clients or, transitioning it, that's always a great thing to leave them in good hands when you do depart. So really that communication component is going to be really important. So just take some time to understand kind of what that messaging is and how it's going to come across to all constituents who you are leaving from that employer. And the final thing is, when that time comes, first, there's going to be some surprises. Don't be surprised. Number one, many of our employers, if we're in good standing with them, depending on the company, depending on your role, we'll let you have your 2 weeks notice or 1 month notice or whatever, depending on your role. Now, there's some employers who aren't comfortable with that, depending on the security of the company, the data, things that you've been working with, and they may say, great, thank you, I have received your resignation, but today's your last day. Hopefully that's not the case, but if it is, you just have to respect that that might happen. The second thing is, know that when you leave, you may hear another story later on why you left. Just emotionally expect that that could happen, that your messaging was this and then someone else heard this. That could happen. So just be aware of that. And finally, when you think about your people in the workplace that maybe you've been friends with because you've worked there for a long period of time, understand that when you leave, you might have had the friendship because of the work relationship, and those relationships may change. So you may have to let go of some of those that you thought were really your good friends, and then you leave and you're like, wow, they won't call me or I haven't talked to them. Just be aware of that might happen as well. And just be excited about the opportunities at the new employer and the new people that you'll be meeting. This is an exciting time for you as you exit your employer and start this new opportunity. So I just want you to be prepared for some of the things you need to think about as you do this. So for positive charge this week, first think about what is your plan. Who do you need to communicate to? When are you going to communicate? And how are you going to communicate that message? So those are the 3 pieces I want you to think about from a planning perspective. And then that number 2 is, what is the message that you're going to communicate? Take some time to really put it out and be clear, practice it a few times so you can be consistent. What an exciting time for you for this new opportunity on your next phase of your journey. We look forward to being here with you through that journey and look forward to your success. Thanks for joining us today, and remember to get your mind up.